Welcome back to Loadout Lounge. My name is Seth Nichols. Today we're looking at kettles or pots, whatever you want to call how you heat up. Primarily it's going to be like oatmeal, it's going to be like hot chocolate, coffee, that type of stuff. Stuff you need to boil water for. I have 4 that I have experience with. I know there's probably some others, but I've got these 4 here, and they're accessories, if you will. The one that I've had the longest is the Stanley, and that's mainly because it nests. So with the GSI Outdoors cups, it'll nest right inside there, and you can have all of your cooking stuff inside of this. And so I made a really small nesting set for camping. It's not necessarily ultra light because this is it's on the heavier side, but when it comes to me camping, I've used this quite often. You can actually see where I've burnt the edges, and it's seen its fair share of use. So as far as all of these, we are going to overlay a clip of each of them, how long it takes to boil, and I measured 12 ounces. Each one got 12 ounces of water, and we boiled them, and just see how long it took to boil that water. So just be on the lookout for those. I'm going to go ahead and say the fire maple was extremely quick. It is the equivalent to the Jet Bowl. You can find this on Amazon. We'll have the links for all of these in the description below. But this one was very fast, and I like how stable it was on the burner. So as far as stability, the Stanley is not very stable if you're using it on a burner like this. I just don't like it as far as that. It's not very stable, and I don't trust it to not tip over if you bump the table, or if you bump whatever this is sitting on. It could fall off one of 3 ways. I know they make different stands for the burner, but this is just what I've been using. So, coffee break. That's perfect temperature right now. Alright, so this is another GSI Outdoors product. This is their Halulite tea kettle. This is a 24 ounce, and the Stanley is a 20 ounce, which you could fit a little bit more than that. The 20 ounce for the Stanley goes about right there, so you could fit probably another couple ounces. And with the Halulite, 24 ounces is there, and you can go up a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend it. As far as kettles, and I like this one a lot. It's got a spout that whenever you put the lid on and you're boiling, it'll start shooting out, and you'll see steam coming out, and you know that, hey, it's pretty much boiling at that point. And then whenever I go to pour, I have a hold of the lid as well as the handle, and I'm able to pour and not have the lid fall out on me. But this one is, I want to say, aluminum, so it's not super heavy. If we compared it to the Stanley is still heavier, but that is stainless steel. If we compared it to, this one is super light. Yeah, this is going to be about the same weight as just the pot for the fire maple. But this has probably been our go-to kettle, and it might change periodically, because we don't do a whole lot of cooking with the kettles. It's mainly for hot chocolate or coffee. Now, we have a collapsible one that we may end up getting the cups that go with this, just because of how small a package it is. The cups that are made by the same company fit inside of here. Inside of this small little package, you could fit 2 cups, which is crazy. So, but it comes with a little band. This is the X Pot, and it's got a clear plastic lid that I actually kind of like. That way you can see how close you are to it boiling, until it gets to where it's starting to steam a lot and boil, or potentially bull, you're not going to be able to see in there because the steam is going to cover it. But you can check it periodically at the first initial start of it. So the thing about this is it is collapsible, and it holds 4 cups, 1 liter. It has a max safe fill line, which is below the 1 meter. It's between 750 milliliters to 1 liter, or between 3 cups and 4 cups. This is the Sea to Summit X Pot. I've really enjoyed this. I was worried about the rubber melting, but as long as you don't turn your burner up too high, it won't mess with anything. And it's got a ring that goes around the edge of metal still. I don't know how fast this boils water, but it's pretty stable on the trifold, and it's also got a little lip to pour water. It's a little bit more stable, and you can actually dribble the water instead of having to pour a whole lot. Like with the Stanley, you don't have that, and you're just pouring and hoping it makes it into the cup, which is why we have these larger mouth cups. With the Fire Maple, it actually comes with quite a few things, and it's probably the most stable as far as it tipping over, anything like that. So this is the base. This is where the burner is for it. You've got the nozzle here to turn it on and off, or higher or lower, but it screws on to your gas can. So it makes it super sturdy, super stable whenever you put this on there. So it's got little notches on the inside, on here and here, that go into these little brackets, these little holes, and you twist it, and it locks it into place. It's not going anywhere, and it's pretty stable. And even if you wanted to hold it to make sure it didn't go anywhere, if you're on a really steep slope or something where it's off like that, I wouldn't recommend it, but some people, you kind of have to do that sometimes. It does have a lid that sits on top of it, but this one was by far the fastest at getting water, 12 ounces of water to a boil. I want to say it took like 2.5 minutes or less, or something like that. But it does nest, okay? So you can take that off. That was cold. Alright, so we have the gas canister there. And you can actually get the gas canister, the smaller size, and it will fit in here. But, I want to say it went, yeah, it went like that. It was upside down. You turn it upside down, and you put that there. And then your gas canister can go right in there. And you put the lid on. And then these handles will collapse. So that is your package. You have your gas, you have all of your things that you need. And that is probably the most compact, because if you use any of these, not on a fire, you're going to have a gas canister. Now this is one of their larger ones. I don't even know, would it fit in here? Almost. Almost. But if you get the smaller ones, I bet it might fit. And I may try that. I'll let y'all see it.
Alright, what do I do? What time is it? 2:45. Nice.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
3 minutes and 45 seconds. So it took a minute longer.
The spout is more manageable. You can just trickle it in there.
Let's see, I'm gonna do this GSI Halulite tea kettle. I do like this one though, because this one is the only one, well, not the only one. One of the only ones. This one can go in fire. A couple of the others cannot.
The Stanley can.
So I do like it for that. But it's not as compact, so
Pour your water.
it's better for, you know, car camping, but not as great for backpacking. You would not take this backpacking.
That's one thing I like about the Stanley, though, is you can measure out your water. You have a measurement on the GSI on this one. It's a little harder to see. This one is also the least stable on the burner. Alright, 5 minutes and 33 seconds-ish, something like that. As far as speed and safetiness, I guess, the Fire Maple. We'll post the links, like I said, in the description below. As far as compactness, the X-Pot, just because of how small it gets and the fact that you can fit 2 cups in there that aren't as big as these behemoths. If you have any kettles or pots that you enjoy, that you have used, and you want me to try them out or you recommend them, make sure you put them in the comments below. Make sure you join our Facebook group. We have it's called EDC Loadout Lounge, and we post pictures in there all the time. It's just a community where we get together and talk about everybody's EDC or different things that we're doing and what's going on. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.